Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. I am Victor Aziza from Lakidende University, majoring in English. On this occasion, I will discuss the material of providing feedback. Providing feedbacks. Feedbacks is information provided to an individual in response to their actions, performance, behavior, or work outcomes. It serves as a means of communication to help the individual understand what has been done well, what needs improvement, and how to process in the future. In educational and professional settings, feedback is an essential tool for learning, development, and growth. Feedbacks is not merely criticism. It is a structured response intended to guide someone toward achieving better result. It can be positive, affirming what was done well, or constructive, pointing out areas for improvement in a sportive manner. Functions of feedbacks in learning and work environments. Clarifies expectations or performance standards, alerts individuals to error, gaps, or misunderstandings, reinforce correct or exemplary performance, motivates enjoying efforts and learning, enhance the quality of output or outcomes. Principle of providing feedbacks. Feedbacks is information given to a person regarding their performance, behavior, or task completions. In educational and professional setting, effective feedbacks helps individual understanding their strengths and areas for improvement, guiding them toward enhanced performance. Here are key principles of effective feedbacks. Specific and clear. Feedback should target particular aspect of a text of performance. Avoid vague comments like "good job" or "not quite right." Instead, say some things like "your argument is well structured, but you need stronger evidence in their third paragraphs." And then, text focused, not personal. Feedback should refer to the quality of the work, not the individual character. For instance, instead of saying, "you're lazy," say, "this assignment is incomplete because it was not submitted on time." And then, constructive. Effective feedback should include suggestions for improvement, not just highlight mistakes, point out what went wrong, explain why, and offer a path for better performance. And then, timely and prompt. Feedback is most effective when provided soon after the task or performance. If delayed, the impact diminishes as the individual may no longer remember the details clearly. Then balance. Feedback should address both strengths and areas for improvement. Only pointing our weakness can be discouraging, while only giving praise without critique may hinder development. Next, acceptable and respectful. The way feedback is delivered matters. It should be polite and professional, avoiding any language that may be perceived as attacking or condescending. Tone, body language, and word choice all play a role. Next, encourage reflection. Good feedback not only tells someone what is right or wrong, but also encourages them to think critically and reflect on their own performance. Yeah. And next, consistent and fair. Feedback should be based on clear criteria or agreed upon standards. This ensures that all individuals are evaluated fairly and without bias. Okay, next, methods of providing feedbacks. Feedbacks can be delivered in a variety of ways depending on the context, medium, and learning objective. Below are common methods of providing feedbacks. Verbal feedbacks delivered through direct spoken interaction, either face to face or via digital platforms like video call. These methods allow for immediate clarification and dialogue. Advantage interactive, quick, can be explained in real time, and the disadvantage may be forgotten if not documented. Okay, next, written feedbacks. Provided written from either on paper or digitally through email, documents comments of learning platforms. The advantage, well documented, can be reviewed repeatedly, suitable for detailed feedbacks. Disadvantage may lack personal touch, risk of misinterpretations. Automate feedbacks used in online learning system where the platform provides automatic response based on user input. Quiz or assessment. Advantage quiz, consistent, efficient for objective text. Disadvantage limit in depth, not tailored to individual needs. Okay, next, peer feedbacks. Students or participants provide feedbacks to one another, usually after being trained in how to provide constructive feedbacks. Advantage foster engagement, encourage critical thinking and self-awareness. Disadvantage may lack, may lack accurately if the review is not well versed in the criteria. Self-assessment feedback. Participants evaluate their own performance before receiving feedbacks from others. Facilitators may then compare the self-evaluation with external assessment. Advantage, advantage promotes reflection and has metacognitive awareness. Disadvantage may be influenced by personal bias. Visual feedbacks utilize symbols, mark, or color to represent level of achievement of areas needing improvement. Green, for example, green for good, red for error, smile face, grape. Advantage quickly understood, visually engaging. Disadvantage can be ambiguous with us without explanation. One-on-one conference, a scheduled personal discussion between instructor and learner to review performance of progress in depth. Advantage, personal depth insight supports goal setting. Disadvantage, time consuming, may not be feasible with large groups. And then the example of providing feedbacks. Here are several examples of how to provide effective feedbacks based on various contexts and level or formality. Academic context. Essay writing, less effective. Your writing is bad, more effective. Your paragraph structure is logical, but your conclusion is too vague. It will be stronger if you restate your main argument using the example from your second paragraph. And then presentation skill. Student project presentation less effective. You weren't clear, more effective. The beginning of your presentation was hard to hear. You might try projecting your voice more and varying your intonation. Your visual aids were effective and helped clarify your points. Practically skilled lab work, less effective. You did everything wrong, more effective. You start the procedure correctly, but you missed the measurement step when adding the reagent. Try repeating that step using the graduate pipette as described in the lab manual. Peer feedbacks, group projects, less effective. Your idea is bad, more effective. Your idea of using social media for the campaign is interesting. It will be even stranger if you call back it up with data on teen social media usage. Self assessment context. After students reflect on their own performance, the teacher responds student self reflections. I feel nervous and unsure during the group discussion. Teacher feedbacks. You contribute you contribute twice during the last discussions with saw progress. They create a list of taking points for you to use next time to help you feel more confident. Workplace context, intern evaluations, less effective. You're not disciplined. More effective. I noticed you arrive late twice this week. Is there something preventing you from arriving on time? Let's talk about how we can address that. On the other hand, your report quality has improved significantly. Your data presentation was excellent. And for the conclusions, feedback is a vital component in learning, professional development, and performance enhancement. Effective feedback goes beyond pointing out what is right or wrong. It provides clear guidance for improvement and personal growth. Principles, uh, Principles such as clarity, timelines, balance between praise and constructive quote, and respectful delivery are essential to making feedbacks meaningful and empowering. There are various methods of providing feedbacks: verbal, written, automate, peer-based, or through self-reflections, and each serves a unique role depending on the context. Through real-world example, we see that feedbacks is not merely an tool, an evaluative tool, but an educational resource that fosters motivation, self-awareness, and continuous improvement. By providing appropriate and effective feedbacks, educators, leaders, and colleagues can create more collaborative, and rep- reflective learning and work environments. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.